I want to go over some of the changes I made to the bike since I built it last year. I replaced the mountain bike tires with Panaracer Ribmos. These are a little thicker, a little tougher, lower rolling resistance. Very nice. Thank you, Endless Sphere. I'll put a link to the topic in the description. I replaced the sprocket bearing because it failed after about 6 months. In the future, I'm going to put in a higher quality version of the same thing. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. I discovered that the spring that the kit came with is not really necessary so long as you tighten up the tensioner gear in the right position. So what I did was I just tightened it down and I arranged the screws and bolts so that it would stay. And I haven't had any problems with it. Whereas if you use the spring, it eventually comes loose and needs to be adjusted again. And when it comes loose, your chain falls off or bad things happen. Last time it happened, it actually took this aluminum arm and bent it pretty badly. And I had to cut it and bend it back, and then the result is kind of what you see here. Another thing that happened was I pinched some of the throttle wires in the hinge of the bike when I folded it up, so it broke the copper inside the wire without breaking the insulation. So now I got to troubleshoot that. In the future, I'm going to replace the wires with something a little thicker and then turn the controller around so the wires aren't so close to the hinge. I replaced the power switch with something a little skinnier. This way the brake handle can be closer to the grip. Instead of paying a couple $100s for a cycle analyst, I installed a $15 speedometer and a $20 volt and amp meter. I'm going to mount this guy right here so it looks nice. Both of these are black text displays as opposed to the LED light up displays where the display is the lights. This way I can read them in sunlight, and I'm not going to be riding at night anyway, so it works out pretty good. Thanks for watching.